Greetings, mortals, and welcome to Argmode, the Mandate of Dole.
When last we left off, we had just finished up Hermit's Isle, and I did some inventory management while the stream was inactive. Well, not stream, the off video, because I think that it would be boring to watch. And you guys just don't have a say in that. So it is now Tuesday. We have a half moon. We didn't manage to get to the thing. So we need to get to the cure to Wilbur Humphrey. But I'm not going to do that until after I've already done the other stuff. We had no mana, but during my meanderings earlier I did manage to get some mana back. I think I'm going to do a town portal to the place where Loretta is. Excuse me, I just woke up. So,
hello.
We just need to kind of wait on the enough mana to cast town portal. Do I have anywhere else that I want to go? Not really. So I'm actually going to do some enchanting. Oh! One thing that most of the inventory management stuff is boring, uninteresting, nobody cares, right? It's just me identifying stuff and mostly just selling everything, stacking things in neat little rows so that I can enchant it. You know, the usual, nonsense. There is one thing, however, that happened that allows me to check something cool. So we have Guinevere, right, which is of light magic and of dark magic, and it's an artifact. We just picked up, that's not it. Where is it? We just picked up a Scarab Ring of light magic. Or not picked up, but we had it lying in our inventory just now. So this increases the effect of all light spells. What I'm going to find out is whether that will actually stack with the other thing. So I can actually test that right now if I so please. So between the two effects, if they both stack, they each add half, rounding down to your skill level. So this should be plus 11 for the first, so that would be 34 skill, and then another half would be plus 17 for 51 skill. So we can actually calculate this right now. We have 31 damage as our lowest there, and we can cast Hour of Power. Is it Hour of Power? Yes, because of Bless. Bless is easiest. So that's plus, we had 31, right? So that's plus, holy crap, that's 56. 56, which is 5 plus 51. So yes, they stack, and they stack multiplicatively. So the damage output here is going to start getting really ludicrous really quickly, because every time we put a point into light magic, it's going to actually be worth, let's see, if it's half again, and then half again, it's going to be worth 2.2 points every single time we put a point into it. It's just going to get really out of control really fast. So we're going to Silver Cove, and we're going to do some enchantment. And we're just going to hope that we're able to get a lot of these off. Time is 4:38. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of the day. I'll enchant that actually. I'm not enchanted for now. I have about 24 hours, but I have about 14 hours to get through, which is a substantial number of hours to get through. But I don't actually have anything really to do with those hours because I've already cleared all of the zones that I'm in. So we'll see what happens. I'm just going to enchant everything and then we'll identify it like I tried to do that other time. The other thing that we can check is concentration. 3 hours and 2 minutes left. That is a long duration haste. 13 hours on the heroism and that stuff. Just making sure that I had gotten that off already. I have been known to make mistakes when doing inventory management and adding an already enchanted item to my stack of unenchanted stuff to be slapped with enchantments. But I have a suspicion that with that a white magic item and all the other cool stuff that I'm going to have, things are going to get... they're going to spiral completely out of control. I only have a couple of zones left, namely Dragon Sand and Sweetwater. So after we do the area that we're heading to right now, that is. So I'm hoping this works out the way that I intended to. I haven't already enchanted that. I might have already enchanted that. We'll see in a second when I... No, I didn't. I love these spell point fountains. They're really useful for this kind of stuff. And this is sort of just like basic maintenance stuff. I don't like the idea of selling this stuff when I have the ability to enchant it and then sell it because it's probably going to use this anyway. So it'll be worth more after I enchant it as well. So these fountains are useful for this kind of basic maintenance stuff. So let's save the game. We just did all of these, I think. And see how many of them are any good. And that would be none of them. Not a single thing that I just enchanted there has any practical use.
It's closed.
Which means that we can just sell it all. Unfortunately, we can't sell it now because it's currently 6 p.m. So instead of doing that now, we're going to save the game. And we're going to beat up this gargoyle. $112 damage. Goodbye. So does anyone have elemental damage? Yes, but not enough people. Actually, we have plus 30 elemental damage on Celeria right now. It's pretty good. Let's see if we can... No. We are actually going to slap on this thing on her. She's now immune to the status effects that we don't want happening. And there we go. That is how quickly we can annihilate physical immune enemies now. Just a flat 30 damage is really heavy. And she is... yeah, she has 12 points of poison damage. He has no extra elemental damage. She has no extra elemental damage. So that's just purely the damage from Misali and Soria right now. Later on I'll have...
Hello.
well,
How are
I
you?
probably won't because I might be getting to that point. But in theory, later on, with maxed out axe skill, we'd be looking at dual wielding daggers of Infernos or of the Dragon or something. So we'd have actually even more damage coming out of our offhands than we do now. Here. The one thing that does occur to me is that that setup would only be appropriate in the case that you actually had, what you call it? Oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't checked for which altars active right now. So let's do that. Let's save this. Cast Light's Beacon. Cast Lion Quest. Why? Save the game. And we're gonna go check this out. It is a new month. It is September now, so we're just gonna check what place is active, and then we can go get +10 to the relevant stat. We have almost all of the available locations, so let's do this pilgrimage. Shrine of Electricity is in this zone, actually, so this is gonna be the shortest pilgrimage ever. It's kind of unfortunate. There we go. 10 electricity resistance permanent for the entire party. It's a half moon. Is there anything else that we can do? Not any of the quests that we have. The quests that we have are not very helpful. A town portal over to Blackshire. Save this. And now that we've got Blackshire, what do I want to do? Ooh, hello. Another horseshoe. Always useful. I am a horseshoe addict, to be sure. Now, the Iron Fist area has not respawned. This place has not respawned. Let's see what's over here. Oh, is that a tarot deck? That's a deck of fate. Cool. So I'm not going to be using these decks of fate, but because they are not horseshoes, and I outlined that I can't use consumables except for horseshoes. But once I finish the game, and I stop the stream and all that stuff, once I've completed everything, if I decide to come back to this file to make my characters even more ludicrously overpowered, then I will have that option. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are missing, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is missing, 14 is not. So, assuming that there is one in Sweetwater and one in Dragon Sand, that would mean that we are missing several. So let's take a look here. We're in Blackshire. I'm pretty sure we got the one in Whitecap. Pretty sure that we got the one in Freehaven. I know we got the one on the Isle of Nest. Did we get the one in New Sorpin? Yes, we did. But it's not number 1 for some reason. So we'll go to Whitecap. And take a look. I think it was southeast of here. We left all these harpies alive. We might as well kill them now. So we're just gonna kill all of these, and then we'll move on after that. So yeah, even when you're as grossly powerful as I am, for these enemies, they're still irritating just because they get the curse off and then you have to curse your entire party. Every time you fight a harpy, you have to decurse the whole party. Well, every time you fight a pack of harpies anyway. Oh, hello. Okay, so we cleared these out. Yeah, it looks like we didn't clear out all the world maps as well as I thought. I didn't realize that I had left a whole pack area here. I thought I had done most of the enemies. Like, I knew that I'd missed a few harpies. Though, in this case, a few was... It's definitely an understatement. But that was just because they're harpies, and harpies are irritating as crap. They're not fun to fight, just because they're really weak, and not, you know, a challenge for any sort of party. But at the same time, you have to cast Remove Curse a million times to deal with them. So let's take a look at what we've got. We've got Weakness. Wait, what? I thought I had already gotten that off. Wait, like... Oh, right, okay, because not everybody has a high enough skill to get a Remove Curse off. Okay, so Curse is gone. $169 days. Okay, so we're gonna just drop down here. Sup, ladies?
Yes, we got him.
Okay, 1 second, guys. I'm actually gonna do something. Sorry about that, I had to move the laundry over. And I really should have done that when we weren't in combat so that I could just have that time be spent actually progressing time in game. Oh well. I'm not going to worry too much about looting them because they're not going to have anything useful for me. Okay, so we've cleared these guys out. Let's head to the southwest here. It occurs to me that I might not actually be able to get to eel-infested waters yet. Yeah, it really is very unfortunate not having a life-stealing weapon.
Yes, we got him.
In the next game, I'm not actually sure if I'm going to be using of darkness weapons on my party members. I'm not sure if I'm going to want vampiric regen or not. There's a normal regeneration effect that you can get. It's actually very strong. So, a vampiric regen effect might not be terribly efficient to invest in. So the game, fly. So we've fully explored this section. We killed off the few packs that were remaining that we didn't kill off the first time. We can continue onward. It's a lot of heartbeat corpses. I think I am going to loot these because they do drop rings, and if they drop unenchanted rings, then I can potentially turn those unenchanted rings into something useful. So this thing's running away. But as you guys can pretty clearly see, the enchant item spell isn't really something that is a core part of my strategy. It occasionally gives me something useful that I use for a while, but as of yet, we haven't gotten any of the
How are you?
cool stuff. Actually, I wanted to talk about Ares.
Hi.
I actually have Ares. A seemingly simple mace person to flames when used, simultaneously dealing vicious flame attack and the victim, also protecting the wielder from fire.
How are you? Hello. Hello.
I don't know why I'm actually going to all these huts. Save the game. Ah, this is plus 10. Level it temporarily. So I clearly misjudged where the obelisk was here. So I don't know whether I've forgotten or if I just didn't find it in the first place. I would venture a guess that I didn't find it in the first place because I thought it was over here. But I have not seen it. So I think that the obvious place for it to be is on top of these mountains. Somewhere. So we're just going to follow the mountains along until we find a friendly obelisk. I suspect that it's in the far northeast corner, but I want to check the whole mountain range just in case. On the plus side, we seem to be out of harpies. Ah, here's the obelisk. So we'll see if we got this already. I have a suspicion that I just missed it, but I just never actually found it. That is number 7. So, yeah, we were missing 5 and 6. So let's see. I don't know why I removed curse on him instead of Silveran. That's actually really dumb. It's okay though, we're saving the game. And let's take a look. Did I cure my weakness? Yes, I did.
Hi there.
Okay, so how many of these does that leave us with? We have 1, 2, 3 obelisk messages. So we're presumably missing 1.
How are you? Hello.
Somewhere that we've already been. So where would that somewhere be? Jesus. I don't think it's Mist, but I am going to head to Mist just because I can restore my Juju that's going to be used for stuff. I can also check the places of the island that I never went to before. But I don't think there's anything out here. So the obelisk is right here. I'm pretty sure that I got this one already, since it's right here and I remember it being here. Let's take a look. Yeah, so that's not a new one. We got the Paradise Valley one, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that we got Hermit's Isle. Did we get Silver Cove? Actually, no. So, the obelisk here. I don't even know where it is. So we have an honorable reputation right now. And it's not terribly high, but I think that doing this next quest will bring me up to where I need to be. I do not see an obelisk over here. So it's probably one of these islands. It's 2 in the morning, so we're actually getting very close to go time. Ooh, there's sort of stuff here. Ooh, that's a bull-head sword.
Aha!
So that's a non-magical Lionheart sword. Not too shabby. But not great. There's another sword in this town here.
Yes.
Champion sword about. Not bad. And here's an obelisk. This Wednesday. Let's take a look. 2, 3. Okay, so we did get this one, which I thought that we had, but I did want to make sure.
It's closed.
So this will open at 5 a.m., so we have 2 more hours to kill. The town portal to Freehaven, I think. I don't know. Number 1 seems like Freehaven might be the thing. So I'm just gonna plop west. So here's the obelisk. The question is whether it's the one I want. There were a bunch of archers here before, so I don't know. I might have just never gotten around to clicking on it. That's not the case. So I'm pretty sure that we did the new Sorpo one. I guess we can just check for confirmation purposes. It's difficult to confirm. We have 9 minutes left on fly. Recast that. And pop over here. An hour and a half left. And if we aren't able to do what I intend, because the boat won't travel yet, which may be the case, then I will have to do a bit of fancy stuff, so still haven't found the one that we're looking for. I do think that there's only the one that we're looking for, and we do not need to town portal anymore. Actually, we need to use the Lights Beacon. And we will head to... We already got the mire. I'm 99% certain of that. I'm going to check Bootleg Bay, because I pretty well explored this zone, but I don't know that I clicked on the obelisk, and I don't come back here very frequently. I think the obelisk is over here. Again, that was promising. We'll check over... No, that's a well. We're gonna go down here. The obelisk is probably... Yep, I think I just saw it sticking up behind here. There it is. So, for you, I'm missing a piece. No. Okay. So that's not a good... That is not a go. That's not good. So we can go to Kriegspire if we want. Iron Dam. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, Sweetwater, Paradise, or not Paradise Valley, Sweetwater, Dragon Sand, and Eel Infested Waters is 3, and that's how many I'm missing. So I think I'm just dumb and miscounted. So let's pop back to Silver Cove. It's almost time. and we will head to eel-infested waters at our earliest available opportunity. We do have a bit of time left. So am I drunk? Everybody's weak. Again. Wait. That just reapplied the insane statistic, but it's showing up as having a very short duration. Holy crap! I can cure my insanity! This is awesome! So this well applies an insanity spell that actually overwrites any insanity that you have on you. That is really important. In related news, she actually has a disease that can be cured as well. So let's take a look here. That is good to know. Wow. Okay, so this is a really powerful fountain. This fountain right here, amazing. That will allow you to remove insanity no matter what. And that's just really awesome. So let's see. It's 444. So it's possible that the disease fountain. I'm going to check whether I can do this. I'm going to see whether applying the disease stat from fountains, I remember that the mist fountains cause disease, will overwrite whatever disease the person has on them. So that's poison. And it did in fact overwrite his poison. It only overwrote the weak poison, however, so that's interesting. So how many poisons do people have? She has 3 applications. She has 3, and everybody has 3 applications of poison. But we can get rid of the first application of poison. That's so cool. This, by the way, is us really gaming the system. But that's the point of Arc Mode, is just gaming the system like nobody's business. So, let's see. Because you're making your life super difficult. So this is refreshing. And that's really cool. I think that it's late enough that we should just teleport over to where we're going. And we can look around and see if there's any other similar things that will give us status effects that we can remove. That is so cool. We're going to go to Silver Cove. So, that's something important to know, guys, is that you can remove the poison status no matter what, as long as you just go to Mist. So you can remove that status effect no matter what, but only with one application of it. You can do the same with Insanity, where you can just sort of refresh the duration, or reset the duration. And yes, he says, sorry, come back another day. It is a Wednesday, which is the correct day. It's just that we haven't done the necessary story stuff for him to take us where we're going. So we are going to cast a town portal and head to Blackshire just to restore her mana. Because in Freehaven, where we're going, there isn't one of these, and we want to make sure that we're ready. So we're going to pop in here. Oh, actually, this is the wrong area. I'm supposed to cast Life Ghost first.
Hold! Master Nikolai Iron Fist, Prince and heir to the throne of
It
Enroth.
appears that Silvertongue really is a traitor. Who would have ever guessed it? You've done a good thing bringing this letter to me. Take it to the High Council immediately so we can be rid of this wicked traitor once and for all. So let's hopefully cast the town portal. So we'll go to Freehaven. And we can get rid of this traitor. So we're going to save the game.
Do not believe you've won. Soon the Iron Fist will lose its grip and I will be your king. And you can be sure I won't forget you.
He was even wearing the cloak. That's really funny. So let's enter the Oracle of Enroth.
Where are we?
Power on. All systems functional. And now is where the sci-fi aspect of the game begins.
I've been expecting you.
Alright, so we have memory kit crystals to do. I have a saintly reputation. We'll see whether that lasts. And we will go to Silver Cove. I'm gonna drink from this fountain. If it doesn't last when I move, it's gonna be really, really sad. Because it's gonna take a few days to get there, and that's time that's gonna tick away at my reputation. Wait, what? Is it because I went and talked to him before? Do I have to wait a full week? Because if I have to wait a week, that's crap.
Welcome aboard!
To Island North? Is that? That doesn't seem like Yellow Fist.
Welcome, raise the
Just gonna
flag
check.
and hoist the sail!
Yellow Infested Waters. Okay, so I was just going into the wrong boat. Also, you will note that everybody has some mana now. Everybody has a little bit of mana. Because we actually have what we're looking for. So let's take a look. We still have a saintly reputation, so let's quickly find the person we're looking
How
for.
are you? Hi there. Hi there.
That's gonna work.
It's closed. Hi there. Hello.
Can we help you? Have a nice day.
How are you?
I do not see the person I'm looking for here yet. So let's cast a fly. Try to find them. But basically all I care about right now is tracking down that person before my saintly reputation goes away. After that we can kill off all of these other things. So there's a South Island here. This is a shrine, not a house. There's a fountain here. There we go, Master of Light. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. We now have Master Light Magic. Now, this is where things get really crazy. The duration on all of these buffs is going to be out of this world. So we have 113 spell points. We're going to cast Day of the Gods. 326 might. So everybody's stats are very swiftly approaching the 250 marker. At the 350 marker, we've got basically the stats capped out for all relevant concerns. So that's going to be nice. That'll give us a plus 20 bonus. And I want to see how much we get at the other spell as well. I don't think I need Day of Protection, so I'm just going to cast Hour of Power. We have an 11 hour and 15 minute haste.
Got it.
So, this is us falling out of the sky because we suck at life. Whoops. Oh, right, because we started out with virtually nothing. So, let's cast the cure spells. And we are going to cast Hour of Power again. Start clearing stuff out. I overestimated how much of that missing HP came from. You know, if I can find a curse fountain? If I can find a curse fountain, I can remove the curse off of her. And that will be really crazy and out of control. Now, the reason that it does that, I suspect, is that the fountains just go through everything. They automatically apply the status effects, even if you would otherwise be immune, I think. Even if you have something of antidotes or whatever, you can still get the effect. So, and you'll note that they behave weirdly. Normally when you get hit, for instance, with an instant death attack, it drops your HP and SP to 0. It does not do that with a fountain. A fountain, you're still completely healthy, you're just dead. So as soon as the revive goes off, you're back to where you started, plus weakness. Oh, I didn't cast Day of Gods.
Got it.
So I don't think that we're going to be... Hey, I got a sword. Sorry, I don't think that we're going to be worrying about the too much else in this run. We're pretty close to the end. Once I finish this place, I'll be able to go and turn in all of the memory cubes at once, because we already got 3 of them. And then we'll only have 2 zones left. One is Dragon Sand, and the other is Sweetwater itself. So, Sweetwater shouldn't be too difficult, I don't think. Dragon Sand is always, always going to be difficult. So. There's no time where Dragon Sand isn't hard. Well, it might not be as hard as... It probably won't be as hard as Hermit's Isle, just because of the fact that, while they do have the energy damage dealing dragons, they don't cast a spell that makes you instantaneously die. Let's see. So here's Castle Alamos. I will go in there, but I'm gonna clear out some more of the woodland first. Yeah. 11 hours of haste. Insanity. Oops. I didn't actually finish that thing off. The problem with these is that they're dealing tiny bits of chip damage, which normally wouldn't really mean much because of vampiric regen, but I'm actually killing them in one hit, which means that I'm not getting any vampiric regen. So it's 20 magic resistance temporary.
Got it.
Aha! Aha! Okay. Yes.
And Charm and all the other mind magic spells do not actually function without the patch. So we won't be using those. I doubt we'd be using them anyway, but you know, it's always a possibility. Okay, so we dealt with them. Hey, there's the obelisk. So the first obelisk that we were looking for is right here. And here's one of the shrines for the pilgrimage. It's the shrine of what? The shrine of poison. So this would increase my poison resistance by 10 permanently, if used. I think I'm going to skip it. I only have so many void beacons, and I do not have quite enough of them to go to every single zone. Okay, so we're in the clear, which means that we can go over the obelisk and use it. Now, you can use these kinds of items. You can do any of this stuff while you're in combat, but I prefer not to for this kind of a run, just because it's, I think, more fitting to have to clear everything out of an area before I can interact with the stuff with it. Damn it. Why we're on. Wasn't paying enough attention to my durations. So, let's recast Fly. Spell points to try and cast it more than once. I'm actually surprised that Fly wore off very quickly. It's not terribly surprising, but it's fine. As for whether it would be worth it to put more points into the air magic skill so that you have longer duration, I could double the duration of this very easily with a few skill points, and then I'd have a good 8 hours to play around with. So Honestly, I'd say probably worth it. Let's find out what this fountain does, but first we need to kill this water. Let's actually cast Wizard Eye so we can see what's on the map. Save the game. So this is 20 elemental resistance temporarily. This place actually has pretty good fountains. So now comes the point where I need to figure out how I'm going to get my reputation from saintly to notorious without killing any random peasants. I have a few things that I can do. I prevented myself from doing one thing that would be pretty effective. Unfortunately, mistakes were made. But I still have a host of other stuff that I can do. Oh, hello. She's taking a lot of damage. Let's kill both of these guys before they get... There we go. Before they get any further away. Because they were heading toward the edge of the map. They actually were off the edge of the map, but they were still in melee range to the edge of the map. This guy is behind me. Oh, hello. Okay, there we go. So we've pretty much cleared off the world map. There's a little bit left, but not much. We've spent 5 hours completely cleansing the world map here. Okay, so... Wow, she only has 4 status effects now. That's really cool. Unfortunately, I do have my doubts that you can remove more advanced poison effects with wells, because I suspect that the more advanced poison effects are not actually a different type of poison, and that they're just a reapplication of poison when you're already poisoned. So the problem with that is that would mean that if the game is completely ignoring the fact that you are already poisoned and just applying a poison anyway, then it's not going to check for that, and you're never going to be able to get a strong poison from there.
Where could we
But
be?
cursed.
What a bad feeling.
If there's a cursed... Skull piles might be an option. Cursed skull piles. And this is going to be a very, very easy dungeon, I think. This is nowhere near as difficult as Castle Creek's Fire, as far as I recall. So...
Aha!
this should go pretty smoothly. So this door is locked. I don't think that these barrels are really that relevant, to be honest. In this game, they only give a +1 to your given stats. At that point, the value just isn't there. On the plus side, it does look like we're regenerating faster than they're hurting us. Looks like everybody's slowly accumulating hit points. Gotta fight them in this hallway. And yes, the only person who's actually taking damage here is Soria, and that's because she doesn't have a vampiric weapon. Even the cursed person, who obviously can't deal much damage because she's cursed, and half the time she doesn't attack, and she's just ripping it up.
Yes, we got it.
Oh. Third is the first of 26. A through Z you'll have to mix.
Yeah!
So C is the first letter. There's 26 letters in the alphabet, so the third letter is C.
We got it.
That would have been a much better puzzle if they hadn't said the thing about A to Z you'll have to mix, because you'd have to remember that there's 26 letters in the alphabet. But I guess the problem is that when you're making a game for kids, you have to be a bit more direct with your riddles. I remember in, what's that game called? In Might and Magic 8, they had some really cool puzzles, or really cool riddles, but then they gave the solution to the riddle in the game, so you could just pick up a spell scroll that told you all the answers. So who is insane now? Her. Let's cast Cure Insanity on her. Not the right branch of magic. It occurs to me I don't even have Day of Protection active. We still have 4 hours left on haste. So there's another tree down there. Let's see if these elemental things come up to me. That's it.
Yes, we got it.
These seem to have a more melee-oriented AI than most. Whoa. That was loud. It's not even raining, but there's a massive thunder sound that just happened. Okay, so she's insane. We'll have to fix that. Unfortunately, I think that I'm going to put her insanity hat on. Just because it is very costly to have to cure this, and I don't even have the spell points for it because it's just that expensive.
Yes.
On the plus side, we do have 9 expert skill in Mind Magic, so Wow, that's a lot of nudes. So we have 2 people that are insane. We have 9 hours to deal with it. And if we fail, then we can always just town portal over to that fountain and deal with it there. Light is good.
Aha!
Now, I'm not sure if cursed skull piles will function the same way that the wells do. If they don't, then we'll have to find a cursed fountain, which...
Ah.
Boom. But yeah, one of the key advantages of a might party over a magic party is that, as you guys can see, I'm able to just go through here, and I'm actually not using any resources at all to fight these enemies. No resources are being expended here. I'm just going through and killing them all. I have 3 characters who are actually regenerating HP. If she had a life-stealing hammer, then all of my party members would be regenerating life
We need to leave now.
rather than taking damage, which is pretty huge. So let's see. I am, by the way, completely lost at this point. I have no idea where we're going and no idea where we are. Okay, I'm actually going to cast Shared Life. There we go. I think that Shared Life is probably a more efficient means of healing her for situations like this, just because it allows me to pretty much completely heal her flat out, because everybody else is regenerating. Oh. And it's raining now, so the rain goes along.
Yes.
Sound right. Sorry, the sound of thunder. Singapore is actually the capital of thunderstorms in the world. This place has the most thunderstorms of anywhere in the world, which is kind of cool. I like the dungeons in this game because they're these big sprawling affairs that are just packed to the gills with stuff. They're not, for the most part, very large in terms of area. It's just, they're so dense. This place doesn't have a lot of wasted space in it. It's, you know, little rooms that are full of enemies, and then they lead to 3 other little rooms. And they have some hallways that are reasonably long, but they're not long in the same way that, for instance, the Goblin Watch places are long. Goblin Watch is not my favorite dungeon just because of the fact that it's just so long. There's, you know, long... Oh, the other one is the Ancient Temple. That one I don't like as much either, just because you're just running around so much and not fighting. And it does have the teleporters to get you out, but those are
Ah.
not the end-all be-all.
Aha.
So, we know that we are close to the thing that we're looking for, but we don't actually have any idea whether we are close to getting to it. Let's check in here. Let's get some twisters. And this is just an empty room. Which is the other thing that I like, is empty rooms. Empty rooms are awesome. Because just not every room needs to have some important purpose for my party. And just having a bunch of rooms that are, oh, well, you kill a bunch of guys here, and that's it. You make them dead. I like that. But obviously they need to be small, so I don't waste a bunch of time running to and fro. So we are back here. Looks like we've cleared out a decent portion of this place. And I think that what I'm going to do next is actually just drop down to where all those Magyar are running around down there. Cast Shared Life. Another fall for the win. Yeah, the enemies that you're fighting have to be durable enough to survive one hit in order to be able to do any meaningful lifesteal. So it's good these can survive, basically. So the first half... The first is half the fourth plus 1. So the fourth would be letter 4, which would be... what's the fourth letter of the alphabet? D. Okay, so we're looking at C something something D. There's a fireball. Conveniently enough, going after someone other than me. And we just had our haste wear off. And I have more important things to... Oh. Actually, I'm going to leave my insanity on for now. So we're just going to cure weakness. The reason that I'm going to leave the insanity on is I can't guarantee that I'm not just going to get it reapplied. So we have 3 insanity effects. That's how many we can remove with her current mana. And hopefully I'll be able to save up to the point where I can do the rest.
We got him!
Ouch.
Bravo.
There we go. So I don't know where these other guys are. Food! We'll see if we manage to get up to 100 food this run. We have one more traveling to do one more traveling. We have one more trip to make that will require food, and then after that we'll be done with that kind of stuff. Just wanted to make sure that her weapon was broken. So.
Yeah.
So, whoa, hello. Dust devils. And go in here. The second is next to the third. Oh, so pretty like a bird. So we don't know what the third one is yet, which doesn't help. It's probably a word, so we just have to figure out some of them, and we don't need to figure out. It actually kind of has to be a word, because otherwise there wouldn't be a way to guarantee you were getting one of them right. So where does this go? There's a Pullman around here. I think I want to drop down there.
Yes, we got it.
Okay, that's easy enough. So we just caused something to happen, but it wasn't that door opening. I'm gonna go ahead and use a shared life. It's a good thing that we cast that spell, actually. The Day of Protection. Without Day of Protection, we'd actually be in trouble here. We also need to get to Mastery for Dark Magic. If possible. Hello, Mr. Man. And as you guys can see, Ashkor is at full HP. He's definitely got the most powerful lifesteal right now.
Got him.
With his Swift Axe, Doom. Not actually Doom, but Darkness. Let's see, fifth is twice the second. 5 letters in all, I reckon. So there's 5 letters total. And I forgot. So the second letter can't be higher than number 13.
Yes, we got him.
So we have C something D. This looks promising, so I'm going to pop up here. Oops. Or I'm going to fail miserably. Fail miserably and publicly. There we go. So this is the restricted area. So candle is not the correct for letters. Let's see. 5-letter word. Castle system. C and a D. The other tips that we found have not actually given us any indication of where things are because they haven't been related. They've given stuff based off of the other ones. So could be something with this. Could be cards. I doubt it's cards. But it is possible. It matches what I've found thus far. Do I want to jump down here? Probably. Second is next to the third. But yeah, we don't know. So which letters are near each other? I have a suspicion that there's an E in there. So if there's an E in there, what's the JST? F and something else. E, F. So D. So, what would have two D's in it? Pebble is 6. That's the wrong one. Caddy. Oh, actually, we would be looking at EDD. So EDD. Oh wait, we start with a C, right? Alright, so you know, maybe I should go back to the first one. Make sure that I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we got him.
I should really be writing down these messages. Okay, so there's nothing in here. So this place looks like it has a bunch of ways to fall into previous areas.
I don't know.
Yes.
So we have Dispel Magic now, that's kind of cool. We do not have the last hint, unless we've already gotten all the hints. I doubt that we have, since we still have enemies around. So how do I get over there? It's over here. Is this just a dead end, or is this... No, that's not a dead end. So we have probably more stuff to find out. Oh, Jesus, that's a lot of hints. I remember this room. I remember this room being really, really hard. And it still is probably the hardest room in the dungeon. That just isn't saying that much, so let's jump up. Let's pop down. Kill off all these guys.
Alright, we got him.
Did you just one-shot that guy? Because that's kind of scary. These guys do have quite a decent number of hit points, so
Aha!
when you start one-shotting these, it's a little crazy. Okay, so let's go this way. That's a lot of people. Oh, that's not good. That's really bad. So she has 119 figures left. We have 8 hours left on all of our dark magic buffs. Let's make sure that we don't have any negative stuff that we need to worry about. She was insane for 11 hours. That needs to be cured because she's reaching the point where she's not going to be able to cure it. I didn't realize that I'd been in here for so long. Let's just cast it on everybody. Let's reset the duration. Because we are going to have it. It's 3 o'clock. Anyway, we're going to get hit with more insanity effects, but on the plus side of it, she won't. Now, let's start healing people. Now, if I could find an artifact of body magic, it would probably be worthwhile to start boosting somebody's body magic skill. Just because at that point, each point of skill that I add is worth like 4 points of healing. A little more than 4 points of healing. And that's a lot of healing for 1 point per per spell. Not on the right person. Get the jump off. Let's get some power cure. We need to pull out. We can. Oh wow. So much damage coming in. Yeah, this particular area is really just so much damage.
Good as new.
A little out of control. And by a little, I mean a lot. We went from taking no damage in this place to just being torn to shreds by just this one room. There we go. So we killed one. And it's a warlock. The warlocks are important to get down. So she's insane again. Save this. And we're going to cast another couple of heals. Now, the other thing that I could try to do, I guess I can't because I don't have mana for it. I'm just going to try and pull over here. Get a jump off. Crap. I don't see where that guy went actually. Okay, so this room is much more safe than the previous room. Ashcore should be able to handle this. I do not have the mana to actually revive anyone, so it's going to be all Ash for now. There we go. And she almost has enough mana to cast Shared Life, but I don't think it's worth it. So we killed a decent number of these. And now it's just a matter of healing ourselves up. Seeing what we can do here. Okay, so Ashcore should be able to handle the damage that's coming in now, which means that this is over. Basically, Ashcore can now solo the rest of this area if need be. It's obviously preferable if he doesn't have to, but it can be done. I'm just going to drop down here and finish these guys off. And there we go. This room is not quite done. Where did this guy come from? There's actually quite a few here that I don't know where they came from. There we go. So, getting a little crazy here. Unfortunately, these guys keep moving toward the center of the room, which is going to prevent me from going after them. There we we go. This guy's going the wrong way. Wrong way, buddy. Save the game. We can hopefully kill this guy before he kills anybody. This door is locked. And we have the presumably last tree. Oh, those guys must have somehow teleported out from here, because they were inside this. I'm pretty sure. So let's go in here, deal with people. What's in here? But yeah, I'm running low on resources now, so there's going to be
Got it.
a lot of time spent with Ashcore
I don't know.
Yes.
just carrying the rest of the party to victory. Just because he's the one with the awesome axe. I guess I could start swapping it around to other people. Like I could give it to Masali for a while. There we go. So we've cleared most of this area, but not all of it. We still have more yet to be done. Can't open this. So I got a teleporter key, which presumably unlocks a teleporter that goes somewhere. Let's see where it goes. It's not this one. Okay, so we're gonna go talk to this tree. The fourth is H from the end. Archibald really is your friend. Now that's interesting because I was pretty sure that they had already indicated that the fourth was double the first. So let's start writing these down because I clearly remembered the first couple of puzzles wrong. So fourth is 8 from the end, so is that Z? So Z, Y, W, Z, Y, X, W. V, U, T, S. So the fourth is S. And I have this written down now.
Got it.
And yeah, I have a very large amount of difficulty with doing the alphabet backwards and things like that. My brain just doesn't work that way. So, let's see if we can get up there without needing to cast jump or anything. Looks like there are ramps in here that I can potentially use to just run straight up. I'm just gonna cast jump. make my life easy. We are in the green. Treasure room here. No, we don't. So we have two locked, or so we have two keys that we have obtained, and neither of them unlocks that door.
It's fixed.
Interesting. Okay, we haven't actually gone up here, so let's do that.
Alright, we got him!
So we are now in the green again. And I don't think we're fighting anything too dangerous right now. This door is locked. So somebody had the key to it.
I don't know. I don't know.
And this is a really cool effect, but it's not. Does this teleports out? So do I use it? Is that how this works? No.
Yes!
It's a nice hidden chest here. So these barrels are all empty. Talk to the tree over here. Third is the first of 20s. Oh, the third is. I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. I got these in burst somewhere. Or somehow. So that's A. For some reason I thought that said the first is the third of 26, which would make the first one C. I'm apparently very bad at reading. Is there any way down? Anything down here that I need? Thanks. One thing that I should check though is I think there might have been a door that I couldn't open in this place. So let's go. Open that now that I think about it. So this just leads across to here. There's a door here. Oh, this is the exit. Okay, I do recall there being something near the entrance. It's a door that was not openable. So let's see what keys we still have.
I don't know.
It's chest key, that's a different dungeon. So we still have the treasure room key. Which indicates to me that the teleporter is inactive. If that teleporter takes me somewhere important, then that would be really good for me. Yeah, this is the teleporter. Standing on it doesn't do anything. So it needs to be activated somehow. Oh, somebody should have shot it. Oops. Touch it. I think I'm just going to drop down. I don't think I've ever actually been in this room. It looks like it just drops down to another level below. Yeah, and I have been down. So did I check this side? Find out. There's a periodic fireball, so I want to stay on the sides.
Oh!
Ouch, of course. Fireball lands just as I get near the wall. So the first is half the fourth plus 1. So that means that half of S, so it means so 19. It should be 18, if I did that right before. Crap. So, whatever. Either way, it should be number 18, which means 9 plus 1, so the 10th letter in. J. J is a weird letter to be seeing. Well, we'll see. Second is next to the third. Oh, well. It is not a word. Because it's something BA. Pretty sure it's JBA, then S or something.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. There's a... No, wait, that's the place that I can't get into because it's locked. Then again, maybe I just didn't check with the right person. Maybe that is the treasure room. I'm just gonna have to go in and check. So we've never been up here, I don't think. Yes, we have. It's just an event. Did I check this one? I'm gonna save this just in case. I don't remember whether I checked this one. Second is next to the third. Okay, yeah, this is the one that I just looked at. Just making sure. Now, he said something about the fifth one. You know what? I'm actually just gonna look at the alphabet visually because then I can. Well, I guess I can just type it out. I just want to make sure that one. It is S. Just gonna check something. So we are on the wrong elevation, apparently. To get to where we're looking. Let's go to the teleporter. Then from the teleporter, we should be able. It's where I'm going. I'm gonna check whether there's anything this way. Ah, it just leads to that room. And I actually am going to check whether there's a southwest exit to this room, because right now I'm not seeing one. Nope. The only enemy left in the zone, probably. Somewhere around here. Oh, there is. Not the only one left. Pretty close though. Okay, so let's check. I think it's Jabatst. That sticks in my mind. Fourth is 8 from the end. So this is not the one that I'm looking for. Yeah, I just didn't have the right person targeted. I thought that I had put them both in his inventory, but I think his inventory was completely full, so I didn't put anything in his inventory. So, we have a treasure room here. Move everything. Hello. This looks like a bunch of gemstones.
I don't know.
You're dead.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Jump.
Ah.
Ball.
Yes.
Let's be clear.
Yes.
Jet item have. Fire blast have. Fireball have.
Okay. Aha.
That's cool. Okay.
Yes.
Acid burst
Yes.
don't think I have. Bunch of crappy stuff. And some more crappy stuff.
Mmm. Ah.
Okay, let's save this. And then we can... Ooh.
Yes. Aha. Aha. Yes. 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 Yes.
Poison resistance now. This actually has 16 fire resistance, so let's grab those. Save the game. And we can head out. So, I think the last one was supposed to be double. No, what? So, here's another question. How do I get back to that room that I was in originally? Huh. Well, I think this is the first tree. So, that being the case, I have a good feeling about south, so let's go with south. Just feel like this is the way to where I'm going. Ah, yes, it is. Because now I actually remember where I'm going. Okay, and this is the place that has the tree that I'm looking for. So fifth is twice the second. Yes, it is Jabazed. I can't believe that I actually remembered. Like, as soon as I started looking at the J, I'm like, is it Jabazed? The random crap that you remember from playing these games. Like, how would you even... And I'm pretty sure that that is correct. I think that it might be case sensitive. So let's go back in here and try it again. How am I supposed to get up here without jump? Is there a way to get up here without jump? I haven't found any jump scrolls or anything. Jesus. Oh, this is an elevator. Okay, I'm done. Not Jabazed. This thing says that fifth is twice the second. So let's see. I'm gonna try J Bard. Because R would be the next one after S, and if they're saying that it's actually the ninth, as if there's Z, and then... So let's check J Bard. It's J Bard. So the puzzle actually says that S is... that it's the 8th from the back, but it's not. It's actually 8th from after the back, or something weird like that. So we have gotten this, and we are now good to go to finish the dungeon completely. I think we killed every single creature except for maybe a couple of the early parts around those pits and things. I'm actually gonna Google something quick because I'm curious about this teleporter room. So let's... Okay, so apparently... Oh well, apparently I failed life. So I'm gonna have to... I'm gonna have to get out the manual way. But yes, supposedly that teleporter would teleport me to Silver Cove. But you have to have the thing in your inventory. So that's all that it is. It's just like the thing that I now have in my crystal. Now the question is, will it teleport me somewhere that I can teleport back through? Because if it teleports me to Silver Cove, and then I can use the same teleporter to teleport back, then I won't need any more of the things that I already have. That'll be awesome. So, because you can get to Dragon Sand through New Sorpigal, there's a teleporter there, and you can teleport back as well. I guess that part doesn't matter. The important thing is just that you can teleport one way. I guess we need to go this way. This goes down to... Looks like we do need to take a look. Okay, so we're back over here. Let's get to the teleportation. Jump really makes you go high. It would be really awesome if this took away.
Hi.
Nope. It just teleports me to Silver Cove. It doesn't teleport me to a place in Silver Cove where I can then get back, unfortunately.
Hello.
So, is there anything else that I need to do in that zone? Not for the stream, no. I might at some point want to use that other thing, but for now we're fine. So I'm gonna go grab the thinger over here. Fly, and then we're gonna town portal. Excuse me. Now, the other thing we need to do is cure insanity. So who's insane? She's insane for 13 hours. Oh, she's old. Apparently I was wandering around that dungeon a lot longer than I thought I was. So we're gonna go reset their insanity so that we can remove it. Because of course we are. Who wants to be insane? Insanity's for noobs. So let's see. Afraid. Got a disease. Where would I find? I think I'm actually gonna teleport to Castle Iron Fist quick. And this is where I want to go. Yeah, we'll find out. I just want to check whether I can recurse her using some of these skull piles. And if I can, then I'll be able to remove that curse finally. And that'll be crazy. So, skull pile of curses. Cursed. 0 days, 0 hours. We are no longer cursed. We no longer have to deal with spell failure chance on any character. Life is good. So I'm going to check whether this... it resets one of the diseases. So that's kind of cool. Cast Cure Disease on him. Skull Pile of Weakness. Skull Pile of Curses. That's awesome. So, we're definitely not going to need to worry about Divine Intervention. We will have... I was thinking that I'd want to do it eventually, just to get rid of that curse, but... nope. Don't have a strong reason to. We can remove that curse, and that means that we are good to go. The moon is 3/4 full right now. Do I have to power it on again? There we go. Save the game. And we're actually going to have a somewhat difficult time here. I'm actually curious about this 100,000 experience. Does it give it to everybody or does it split? So we got 7. 2.7 million experience. Not too shabby. And yeah, that experience does not get split between the party. That's just 100,000 experience for each party member. Pretty dang good. Is it and it doesn't look like it's influenced by learning either. We can check. So 807, 907. So this just gives you a flat plus 100,000 experience that is not influenced by the learning skill. That's really good to know. Let's see. We're actually going to get up to 3 million experience here. Save this. He's actually the only person that has 3 million experience. She is actually 100,000 experience
I've
behind
been
Ashcore
expecting
now.
you.
I am Melian, Guardian of Enroth. Thank you for replacing my memory modules. Archibald took them from here when I refused to give him any help in its battle for succession. Your timing is impeccable. The Krigan have invaded our world, and you must try to stop them. Unfortunately, Archibald's attempts at extracting information from me have damaged me enough that I cannot help you directly now. Instead, I can only give you advice. While most of the Krigan can be slain with ordinary weapons and spells, the elite guards and upper echelon breeders have tougher skin and natural defenses that protect them from anything but very powerful weapons. In the planetary control center beneath me are the weapons and armor you will need to survive the battle with the enemy. My orders, however, will only permit passage to someone with a control cube. My instruments tell me that the only control cube left in Enroth can be found somewhere underground in Dragon's Sand. So, that means that we are going to Dragon's Sand next. Which is kind of cool. And I think before we do that, we are going to go train. So let's use that weekend. We're going to pop the Castle Iron Fist and train it up. Let's make sure that I don't have anything that it needs to cure first. Fear goes off on its own, so we don't worry about that. Oh, whoops. He's the only one whose disease I cured. I can't cure the other diseases anyway, so... Let's find out how much experience we have.
Closed.
Oh. Sad. 702. That means that we have good 24 hours putzing around to do. Unfortunately, we also can't
I don't
sell
know.
stuff because of this.
Fixed. Fixed. Fixed.
What am I going to do here? I think I'm going to town portal around some more. Let's see if Blackshire has some sort of disease. Well, I think that Blackshire is probably too high level for that. I think that it'll just kill me outright. Okay, so that's the stone well. So nice that she can't fail casting. Whew. But yeah, so if you guys get cursed at some point during these games, just don't even worry about it. Just reapply it to yourself with a cursed skull pile or something similar, and you'll be fine. You can remove it. Personally, I don't like the point of no return mechanic. I think that I should always be eventually able to do it. Ooh, that applies a bad disease. So I was wrong. There actually is a disease fountain here. Perfect. So that will allow us to cure really nasty diseases. So we just need to find a fountain that will give me a wait. We're still poisoned. No, that's the bad poison. So we need a fountain that will give us the... We can actually completely cure her disease. We need more poison. We need to get these guys the weak disease. And that'll be... This is great. So we're just going to teleport around, diseasing ourselves and poisoning ourselves and crap like that at all these random fountains. And it's going to be awesome. So, First things first, go find some trash heaps to disease ourselves with. And that'll be cool. If we can cure all of these negative effects, I'm just gonna laugh. Because it turns out that this place here has all of the material components I need to cure all of the stuff that I was getting from the beginning of the game. So I presumably could have actually cured this stuff for myself way earlier. So why is it that she got disease, the other two don't? It's kind of weird. Let's try it with these two. That is weird. Is it that they have too high of resistance? That could be it. The resistances might just be too high. I'm gonna drop her poison resistance and see if that helps. Yes! It's because of the poison resistance. Okay, so she can now cast Cure Disease on herself. And that will remove the weak disease effect. So we're finally getting to the point where we are getting this stuff done. And that wasn't enough. So what else do we have? Poison resistance. No, that's not it. It's not all, anyway. Let's try another section. And we'll take off the armor that gives poison resistance before. This is very interesting. The pilgrimage to disease. And these two can't be used. I'm gonna try just removing some more stuff that gives her resistance. See if she has something that's problematic. Let's get rid of it. Yeah, so there's nothing here, supposedly. Let's move on to the next one. Trash piles. So, nothing here apparently. Understanding why it would affect some people but not others. I just don't know. I'm gonna check whether this affects her. It does. What on earth is going on here? Is it just luck? No, they have the same luck. Oh. No. I don't know. So the leather belt of immunity was presumably what was preventing me from having that applied. But the question is... I think that you can maybe search at each of these once with each character. So the fact that I failed to get disease the first time is what's causing that. So we'll just have to check this last... It's so funny that we had that. We had immunity to disease and we're wondering why we aren't getting diseased. Speaking of immunity to disease, she's still diseased. Okay. Will not have disease. As soon as I manage to cure this disease off of her, she will not be diseased anymore. This is her only disease. So let's do it. Do it to it. She doesn't have something else that makes her disease, does she? So what is it that's preventing her from getting disease? I don't get it. Confused. Does this work for her? Yes. So why not Sully?
I don't know.
I'm so confused right now. She has lower resistance, she has lower luck. She has nothing that should make her immune to disease. I think I might need to Google this mechanic. Oh. Crap. Okay, so now I see what it is. It's because she has perception. Basically, that's what's going on, is... Okay, so now I understand. She has expert perception, which means that she cannot be infected by this stuff. I completely forgot about the perception skill. Okay, so let's give her her... Let's not give her her belt back, because we do still need to find a way to get her diseased. That means that she's going to have difficulty removing that. Let's see if there are any wells here that cause disease. Actually, we are going to have the next stream start off with the pilgrimage for disease and poison. So that's going to be it for today, and I'll see you guys next time.